We're in Kaohsiung in the south of Taiwan, and we're gonna go on a massive food hunt and show you the best food this place has to offer.
We're food hunting in Kaohsiung. This sleepy port city has some mouth-watering food worth hunting down. We go after the best food the city has to offer. Watch out for rustic soup dumplings, flavour-packed braised duck, a delicious pork belly bun, and loads more. Get ready for some amazing food.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We're starting our Kaohsiung Street Food tour with a local Taiwanese breakfast from this restaurant behind me, and the place is pumping, so let's get in line. This place is humming. We joined the queue and we loaded up our tray with a ton of food. We've got our traditional Taiwanese breakfast here. So we're starting with a bowl of the youtiou, which is salty soy milk. And to go with it, we've got a youtiou, which is a fried dough stick. And then 2 fluffy dumplings. Look at them. Whoa, they look packed with filling. I've got to start with this bowl of salty soy milk. I love this stuff. It is like liquid gold. So I'm going to move this dough fritter aside, and you can see here that it's really frothy on the top. So it's basically just soy milk, and then they add a coagulant, which is vinegar. So it creates all these curdles. Look at that. It's sort of filled with almost like air bubbles and these curds of soy milk. And she's got a big pot of the soy milk out the front, and when you order a bowl, she grabs a bowl and loads it up with ingredients. So sesame oil, spring onions, tiny little shrimp, pours in the salty soy milk, and then drizzles some chili oil over the top. I'm going to mix it up and get all those ingredients together. Look at that. Whoa. So you can see the spring onions, there's chili flakes in there, the little pickles. Let's just try it. It looks so good. Oh, it's so savoury, it's so full of flavour. And even though it's all curdled, it's very creamy. It doesn't have an overly strong soy flavour. It's just the rest of the ingredients that really sing. So the spicy heat of that chili oil, and the crunch from the spring onions and those pickles. Oh, gotta try some more. It's so good. The perfect accompaniment to soy milk has got to be youtiou or fried dough fritters, and I have got a giant one here. I'm gonna rip it open, and you can just see it's literally a fried dough stick that's been lightly salted. It looks pretty oily, and what I'm gonna do is just dunk it in my soy milk. So this is a hot bowl of salty soy milk. And even though it's a really hot day, it sort of cools you down in a way. Oh yeah, it's really oily, it's chewy, and it just goes perfectly with that creamy soy milk.
Now we've got these dumplings to try, and these things are massive. We've got 2 varieties here, so you can see they look slightly different. To go with them, we have this massive pile of chives, and the chives are all swimming in some dark vinegar and a whole lot of chili. So all the vinegar has disappeared under the dumplings and been soaked up. So these are steamed, but then also baked, so they have a slightly crispy bottom. Let's try this one first. It looks like it might be full of chives. Whoa. Wow. It is packed with those chives. Look how many there are in there. And it's also filled with glass noodles, and it looks like some pickled veg as well. It's got a little bit of a tang, the taste. The outside, the casing is nice and soft and where it's been fried on the bottom, it's gone soggy because of all that vinegar's lapped up into it, but it's got a tiny crunch. And then the top bit's a little bit soft because that's been steamed. Let's try this other one. This is probably a pork one. Whoa, look at the size of this thing. It's sucked up lots of that vinegar on the bottom. Whoa. Wow. That is a flavor sensation. It's filled with pickled cabbage. So it's got real crunch and it's got a little tang from all the pickle, and there's little bits of pork in there as well. I'm gonna load this one up with these garlic chives. So I wanna get a bunch of those chives in there, all that chilli. All right, that is gonna be a mouthful and a half. Oh my God. Wow. The chives have really taken on the vinegar. So that had a very tangy, sour taste from the vinegar. The cabbage inside is super crunchy and a little bit tangy too. The casing on this one is really fluffy, much fluffier than the first one. That is incredible. Out of those two, that one there, that cabbage with a little bit of pork, it is unreal. It's so good.
What an incredible start to our Kaohsiung food tour. Onwards to the next snack.
Xiaolongbao or soup dumplings are really popular here in Taiwan, and this little place in the lane behind me does an amazing version. So let's go and grab some. We've ordered 2 trays of these dumplings, so you can see them sitting in the steamer. Beautiful little morsels. So they roll out the dumpling skin, which is a wheat flour skin, and then they put a pork mixture inside, and inside that pork mixture is the soup, but it's gelatinous, so it's hard when they put it in. But when they steam the dumplings, the soup turns to liquid, so now there will be a liquid, very hot soup sitting in the bottom of these dumplings. And to go with these, we have some thinly sliced julienned ginger and some dark vinegar. So I'm just gonna soak the ginger in that vinegar. Grab a spoon. Soup dumpling. Now you've got to be a bit careful of these because you do not want to pop that skin, because then all your soup's gonna fall out. Grab a whole lot of ginger soaked in that vinegar. I love the strong, sharp flavor of the ginger, so I'm going to put a lot of that on top. Now this might be really hot, but I'm going to go for all one go. Oh. Oh. The soup exploded out of that. Luckily it wasn't too hot, because sometimes it can scald your mouth, but they're not too bad. The skin on the dumpling is a little bit thick, maybe a little bit too sturdy, but the filling is super beautiful. The pork was really lean, and the soup had a really clean flavour. Let's dunk another one straight into this vinegar mix, get it really coated so it's nice and tangy from the vinegar. Now sometimes, how I said, these are super duper hot, these ones aren't, so it doesn't matter, but you can bite a little hole in the top to let the steam out, but what you don't want to do is break it so the soup comes out. You need that soup to be inside the dumpling. Let's go for another whole one. Oh. There's some chives in there as well. There's a little bit of like fresh crunch from that, and then the pork mixture is just really soft and subtle. It's not chunky, it's not gritty. I love how they're just one little mouthful sitting here in this lane, with them being all made behind us. They are an incredibly good snack.
The food hunting continues, and we've come to this local institution to try their braised duck. Cannot wait. There's this brilliant open kitchen and all the braised ducks are lined up. Can't wait to get in.
No. 我还算细啦。这个16组的，够一个当阮搭个一个。
Check out the spread. How good does it look? So we've got a plate of the braised duck and it's been served with a heap of shredded ginger, and then we each ordered a bowl of this rice. So this is Laurel Fun, which is braised pork on rice, and you can see these little tiny cubes of pork belly, but then as well as the pork belly, it's got slices of the braised duck. It looks insanely good. And then to go with it all, we've got some plum sauce for the duck as well as some cabbage. I've got to get in and try some of this duck. So I'm going to try it without the sauce, but I'm going to put a bit of ginger to go with it. And let's see what it tastes like. Oh, guys. Wow. The meat has so much flavour. The ginger adds a really sort of tang to the meat, to that bite, because it's raw. And then that meat, it's got a really strong duck flavour, obviously. So the spices that it's been marinated in or braised in are really mild. So the overriding flavour is the flavour of the meat, which is awesome. And it's got a real chew to it, so there's still a lot of texture. It's not like really soft or melt in your mouth. It's just a beautiful, meaty, almost gamey flavour. I've got to get into this rice though, it is calling out my name. So that rice is just covered in that almost fatty, or it is fatty, braised pork sauce. So let's just get a big, I won't even big, oh my god. The rice, it's so oily. And the tiny cubes of pork belly just melt in your mouth. The fat just disappears at the second it hits your mouth. This rice is so insane. It's just super fatty, and then it works really well with the sliced braised duck because that is really fresh with that raw ginger. Oh, such a good meal.
Now we've grabbed a gua bao from this place behind me. This thing is boiling hot though, so we're gonna let it cool down and find somewhere to eat it. I've just unwrapped this bao. So this is a steamed pork belly bun. So you can see the huge steamed bun, which is absolutely massive. Huge piece of pork belly on there. Oh, the smell I just got. So it's from this. This is a sweetened peanut mixture, and that is super strong in its scent. And then we've got some pickled cabbage, which has some chili and stuff in there. This thing is ridiculously hefty. Wow. I'm gonna go for this corner here because look, it's got a ton of that cabbage. Oh man. Oh, what a big bite. The pork is unreal. The pork is so soft, it just broke apart. And the cabbage has a great crunch, a little bit tangy because it's pickled. But the chili was really spicy. I thought it wasn't going to be hot, like chili spicy at all. But it's actually got a great spice. And then the peanut flavor just comes through. Just a hint of those peanuts and the sweetness from there's a sugar mixture in with the peanuts, I think. So the sweetness from the sugar is a stronger flavor than the peanuts themselves. So look at that piece of pork. It's absolutely huge, but it's so soft still. Now apparently this is a real local's favorite where we got this from, and I can see why. This is absolutely delicious. Oh man, it's really good. So soft, the pork. The bun is really, really soft, really easy to eat. And the peanut flavor is actually coming on stronger. As all the other flavors die away, the spice from the chili and the tanginess of that cabbage and the pork itself, the richness, the peanut flavor actually comes on stronger, which I love. That is a awesome, awesome pork bun. And just down the bottom of the bun, I had to show you guys this fat. So look at that, the layer with the skin and the huge stack of fat in there. So let's get that down. Oh man, that is juicy, so juicy. And lots of that peanut mixture down there, and a lot of sugar actually in that particular bite. So really sweet from the sugar and beautiful rich juiciness from the fat. Oh yeah.
It's stinking hot in Kaohsiung today, so we are going to go to the store behind us and grab a baobing or shaved ice to cool us down. 一个baobing, taro, and boba,
这个好，
and grass jelly,
来，
and 谢谢，
这个最很好吃，
谢谢，
一点点凤梨，
谢谢。
凤梨呢？
Shaved ice is a really popular snack in Taiwan, and often you'll find that they'll be tricked up with things like ice cream and pudding. But this stall is a really traditional version, and doesn't it just look like the perfect thing to cool us down on this hot, hot day? So at the front there's a huge counter, and there are lots of different bowls of toppings that you can put into your shaved ice. So there was taro, there was grass jelly, tapioca bubbles, fruit, all sorts. And then what she did was loaded the bowl up with the toppings, and then added a huge pile of shaved ice, and there's some sugar syrup over the shaved ice. So you can see down here, that brown colour is the sugar syrup that sort of drenched that ice. And underneath the ice are all of those goodies, so heaps of different things. Let me just try and get a huge spoonful so I can show you what I got. Alright, so you can see the grass jelly there. There's some sort of red jelly, but I'm not really sure what it is. Some tapioca bubbles, and then a little block of taro there. Okay. Oh, it is so cooling, so refreshing, and there's so many different textures going on. I think that's what makes this dish super fun. So you've got those bouncy tapioca bubbles in that soft, earthy taro, which is quite flavoursome. And then she also put some pineapple in there, so there's a little bit of pineapple and then some pineapple syrup, so it's quite sweet. I'm going to go again, so I'm going to mush some of that ice up and then get a big spoonful. And you can see there, oh, there's some white balls in there as well, which I think might be glutinous rice. Yep, it's like a sticky rice ball. And there was a bit of grass jelly in there as well, which was a little bit bitter. Oh, this is just heaven.
That was a great day of food hunting here in Kaohsiung. We love this city. It is such a great place and so much good food here.
Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this one. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We've got a ton more food videos coming from Taiwan and beyond. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Pop a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this video, because we love to hear from you. And if you want to support more Chasing Your Plate content, check out our Patreon page. We'll see you next time. 再见!
再见!